So the article that I'm reviewing this week is called Business IT Fusion, Developing a Shared Worldview. The article comes from the Proceedings of the European Conference on Management, Leadership, and Governance. So the last couple of weeks we've studied a lot on the relationship between IT and business and the importance of this relationship. And this article takes that concept a step further to say that it shouldn't really just be that IT should have a relationship with the business, but that IT should be a part of the business. It sort of makes the point that you don't hear people talk about the finance business relationship or the accounting business relationship or the marketing business relationship. They're all just part of the business, and IT should be the same way. And it suggests that a good way to do that is to actually apply some practices that create a shared worldview of the business for both IT and the business and members of the other departments in the business. It talks a lot about the tools of a shared worldview, and it suggests things like building an enterprise architecture, which is, it's a formal documentation of all of the relationships and data and processes and everything within the business, so you can understand an entire picture of the business from any departmental perspective. So that's an interesting approach to developing a shared worldview for a company. Another is to ensure that everyone's using similar language. So it suggests making a glossary of terms for the business so that everybody uses the same language when they discuss the different components of the business. They also talk a good bit about structured and unstructured knowledge. So structured knowledge being things like a glossary or a enterprise architecture. And unstructured knowledge being all the other stuff, reports, project plans, system documentation, just various things like that come from all sorts of different sources, and how to integrate all that into that common worldview and applying that common language. Another thing that they bring up in here is when the business talks about itself, it talks about storytelling. And for all of us that were in the last course, the organizational leadership course, we studied the Harvard Business Review article by Denning, which is quoted in this article when it talks about storytelling as a tool to convey values or other ideas in an understandable and digestible way. But I think this was a really interesting article, and it made me think. My career has all been IT related, so and I've heard through my whole career this idea of business and IT has to have this relationship. And I really like the idea that this article brings to actually raise that to the next level, that IT is not something independent of the business, but a fundamental part of the business. So I hope everyone enjoys this.